guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name's Brittany. Only one more day until 31 days of Halloween starts. So make sure you're subscribed and that you have the bell on. That way you know every single time I upload. With that, let's dive into our topic for the day. So anytime that a child is being hurt or attacked always makes things a whole lot scarier because children are so innocent and we have this natural, or we should have this natural urge to protect them. So the legend began in the 1990s when British newspapers started reporting of an unidentified man that was posing as a social worker and would take children from their homes for an evaluation. So according to the legend, there was one man that was accompanied by several women, and they would masquerade as social workers. The guy would enter and inspect the homes for safety and look at the children for signs of abuse. And then they would take the children, never to be seen again. Obviously, people read this and they started panicking. So much that it actually caused the local law enforcement in South Yorkshire to create its own task force to investigate this claim in 1990. This task force was called Operation Childcare and received more than 250 reports of this abduction. Out of all of those reports, only 2 were proven to be true. Not saying that none of the other ones were true, but 2 were actually proven. So one of the reports, it was a report by a woman named Anne Wiley. And she had said that a woman that was pretending to be a social worker had suddenly appeared at her home after her 20-month-old son had been hospitalized for asthma. The woman had no ID, which, they would have an ID. And there was a man that was waiting outside, which that's also odd. I feel like they would both just go in if it was actual social workers. So obviously Anne was suspicious. She's like, hey, what's going on here? Because it's not adding up. Which, she's smart. That's what she should have done. She should have asked more questions. She should have pressed them. So the woman, she went and she placed the son's medical records on a table. Okay. And then the couple left. And Anne found out that they weren't social workers. So if she had just went along with it, she could have lost her son, which is terrifying. So this task force was active for 4 years. And in those 4 years, not a single arrest was made. Authorities blamed the press for hyping up a small legitimate problem into a large-scale paranoia and said that that's what spawned this urban legend, which, people, there's some bad people out in the world, and I wouldn't put it past people to do this. Even though there wasn't any arrests made, there were at least 2 groups of individuals who abducted children by posing as social workers. And I don't really know. This part kind of annoys me. So authorities thought that they were vigilantes who believed that it was their duty to protect children from abuse in the wake of a major child abuse scandal in the 1980s. Obviously, if a child is being abused, that's a huge issue and they should not be in that home. But how would these people know unless they were close to the family or they were seeing it? Could they just, I want to protect children? Was it, I don't know if it was random or if it was very calculated. I'm not sure, but I don't think any good person really goes and just steals children. So this scandal involved pediatricians Marietta Higgs and Jeffrey. There were 2 doctors, and they had developed a diagnosis test to detect SA in children. So this test was very invasive, and it would basically probe around the child's butt, which traumatized the children more. Dozens of children were referred to Middlesbrough Hospital as a result of these tests, with a record of 24 children being admitted in one day. They had taken 121 kids out of their homes and incorrectly said 94 of them were abuse victims when they weren't. I can't imagine the therapy that these kids needed. So due to this, in 1991, legislators implemented the Children Act, which enforced strict regulations for social workers. So obviously at the end, there was a positive result. You know, they did something. But for 2 doctors to go about it that way is greatly problematic. And to just take children out of their homes, I mean, I know at least in New York State, I kind of think CPS is a joke, to be completely honest. But even, like, I know they just can't go and take children out of their homes. But even when a child should get, removed because they're in a dangerous, life-threatening situation, they give the parents a heads up. Oh, hey, we're going to be here at this time. Does that work for you? It's the most frustrating thing to me because I cannot imagine, what drives somebody to hurt their child. A child that wants nothing more than your love. Anyways, that's my little rant. I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button for me. Make sure you're subscribed. Like I said, 31 Days of Halloween starts tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you.